Welcome to CAU-TV Newsbreak. I'm Ashley Richardson. A Virginia court may withdraw the NAACP lawsuit claiming that polling places in the Commonwealth are not prepared to handle the long lines on Election Day. The advancement project of the district has moved to withdraw its request for an injunction. Reports indicate that the long lines may provoke voters to go home without voting. A delay by the federal courts to hear the case may have prompted the request to withdraw the lawsuit. Republican officials are pushing to dismiss the suit. On the campus of Clark Atlanta University, the School of Business hosted a forum to provide students with information about graduate school opportunities. Newsbreak's Kanae Anderson has the story.
Career Planning and Placement, along with the School of Business, hosted a seminar to educate students about graduate school.
Provided a lot of information for students who were interested in going to graduate school but needed clarity on whether they should get work experience first or should they go straight through. I found that it's basically based on the person and you should know yourself. Some institutions require that you have at least 2 years of work experience, some don't. So it just all depends on yourself and what is a better fit for you.
The graduate seminar also helps students to find out who they really are and which grad schools to choose from.
The biggest thing that I learned today from this workshop, but then also just in general with students who are interested in graduate school, is just knowing who you are and knowing what you want to do. It's extremely important to be able to take that time, whether it's during your freshman year or your senior year, to really reflect and say, why am I in school in the first place? Why am I at Clark Atlanta? Why am I pursuing this particular major? And to become really in tune with what you're passionate about.
The Road to Graduate School successfully encouraged students to attend graduate school. I'm Kanae Anderson, Newsbreak 23.
New cases of diabetes has increased in the South, with some of the highest cases reported in Georgia. We have this report and more when we return after the break.
Child's asthma attacks could be triggered by things like shower curtains, a child's blanket, even a teddy bear. For the latest information, call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS or visit noattacks.org.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
According to reports from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, new diabetes cases are climbing at an alarming rate. This new epidemic has shot up nearly 90% over the past decade. Researchers indicate that the most common form of diabetes, type 2 diabetes, is closely related to obesity in America. It is reported that physical exercise and losing small amounts of weight can aid in preventing diabetes, but Americans are not taking these steps. Georgia is listed as one of the top 10 highest rates of new cases in the South. Clark Atlanta University Student Government Association held an emergency meeting to give students tips on going to the polls. Newsbreak's Taquina Hobson has the story.
I'm in the Student Center where the Student Government Association has called an emergency town hall meeting.
We just basically want the student bodies to know of simple precautions to take at the polls in the case an incident may arise, being that this is a very different election.
The items on the agenda included informing the students about the do's and don'ts before they go to the election polls.
At this town hall meeting, I learned how to ensure that my vote will count and it won't be voided by wearing any kind of political party paraphernalia or anything of such sort as to where I am not a citizen of the United States.
The main thing they really spoke about was safety. They knew that when we got to the polls, especially during this election, there was a lot of different things happening, so they just made sure we knew what to do in certain situations where people might try to attack you or talk to you or just say anything, to make sure we didn't get any altercations or anything like that. So.
The meeting gave students insight on how they could successfully cast their ballots. I'm Taquina Hobson, Newsbreak 23.
Thanks for tuning in to CAU-TV Newsbreak. Call in your comments and new suggestions to 404-880-8909. Join us weekdays at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Happy Halloween. I'm Ashley Richardson.